Alright guys, hopefully the audio and everything is good. The audio is coming through on the stream. So we are going to try this again. Last landing did not go as intended. That's okay. Try again. This is a very short flight, 147 nautical miles, so that we can get more landings in. We'll probably do another one back to San Diego, well, back to Burbank, or we'll go from Burbank to somewhere. We'll see. I'm not flying real time, I'm obviously flying daytime here. And let's look at mass and balance first. 10.3 on, that's a lot of fuel for such a short flight. But we have 151 passengers. So yeah, let's get going. Let's things started and out of here. This time I'm going to try landing with auto throttle disabled, so that I have a better control over the thrust, because I feel like that's my problem, that I move around my flight stick quite a lot, and the auto throttle reacts to it slower, right? Doesn't react to it instantly. That's something that throws me off and then messes up my landing. I think that's exactly what happened last time, so try to fix that. See how it goes. It didn't take me this long to master the 737. I was easily able to do minus 100s, minus 200s on 737, but this one is being a pain. Anyways, nav lights on, strobes on, beacons can stay off right now. Okay, overhead is good. We'll try to get this set up as soon as possible. Let's select ATSU, get our flight initialization done. I'm going to do things really fast this time. Before we have the IRS aligned, let's make sure we have everything set up so that we can get out of here as soon as possible. I want to finish at least 2 landings. We'll see how it goes. I'm okay to stream for a while actually. Let's see if Rahul wants to do some VFR or something, we can continue. Cost index is 5, probably 170. Yeah, 170. And get our winds. Ground temperature is 17 today. That's set up. Wind request. Alright, that's good. Request is done. Init A is done. We can go to flight plan. We are taking off from runway 15, and it's probably the VNY3 departure if I'm not wrong, but let's double check. VNY3 to Twine. VNY3, and then our transition is going to be Twine. There we go. That's set up. Do not have to fly this manual, so I'm going to remove the discontinued and probably a U-turn. All that is good. Finally at SAN we are going to arrive at 27. Let's do, what do we do? Let's do localize. Well, there's only ILS available on 09. Let's do RNAV Y27. Do the RNAV. And then there's no star because our waypoint directly leads to Rebo direct. Is that it? Where do we have Rebo? Oh, okay. That's the RNAV arrival basically. Who is our last waypoint on? Echo is the last waypoint on the RNAV arrival. Anyways, radnav, we don't need anything here. Init B, let's fill this out real quick. I don't think boarding is done. Yeah, it's still ongoing. I should have done fast loading. That's okay. 3010 is our QNH. Let's fill that in. 3010. There we go. And 3010 here as well. Alright, that is good. Our cruising altitude is 170, so I'm going to fill this in right away. What else? IRS is still going to take 4 minutes. How much we have left? It's still only 91 passengers in, huh? Okay. We'll fill this in later then. Basically, we are waiting on the init B page. I want to have the 0 fuel weight and lock once everyone is loaded in. Meanwhile, is explore the. Let me see if the first person thing works, because it not worked for me the last time. Let me set. What if I set this as Control Shift and Home? Yeah, it's just I don't know what's up with FS Realistic, but I cannot get the. He set some weird button to this. Okay, so I've set the minus sign. It still doesn't go out. Yeah, it still doesn't go out. Really weird. Not sure what is going on. Anyways, we can just go out ourselves and look at the beautifully modeled and textured Orbx Burbank. Zoom out a little bit. I love the way AO is done. Ambient occlusion maps on all the Orbx airports. I think now a lot of other add-on developers have also started have started using this technique where you bake in the AO maps, I guess. Then you texture it on the top of those AO maps. I think before people used to just include everything in the texture, which makes things a little bit more unrealistic. But here you have all the models done, and then you just bake the AO map and then kind of unwrap and do the texturing. So it looks really good. Very, very detailed. Look at that. Passengers here. The main terminal A. Everything is done. Lot of care. Try to get in. They have modeled the interior. Really? Or they have? There's no interior on this airport, yeah. But overall it looks really good from the outside. Okay, let's see where we are at. Boarding is still not complete. Lot of passengers today. Well, at least the fueling is complete, so our block fuel today is going, now it's complete. Block fuel today is going to be 10.3. Let's enter that. 10.3. Zero fuel weight is 128.9 and 30.4 as our 128.9 and 30.8. That goes in. Okay. So init B is done as well, and what is also done is IRS alignment. So now what I'm going to do is real quick, let's go ahead and start our APU. So I'll turn the beacon lights on and start the APU and go back to the flight plan and start doing our performance stuff. In terms of departure performance, we are departing from runway 15. The runway is dry, flaps will be optimal, whatever it chooses. Force toga, yes. Packs will be on. Let's sync the load sheet so that it has takeoff weights and stuff, weather, and let's calculate. So that puts us at 117, 140, 40. Okay, 117, 140, and 140. Probably gave us flaps 1 down 0.3, makes sense. Flap 1 and down 0.3. Engine out acceleration is 1770. Go out. Alright, that is good. So performance page is filled out. Now we can directly just stay on flight plan. We have the altitude already filled in. I'm going to enable constraints for now. And let's see if our APU is on. APU is on and available. All the doors are closed. I can go through the flows just one more time to make sure that we're not missing out on anything here. Cockpit is prepped, barrow is checked, ACAR is initialized, parking brakes on, fuel on board, we've checked it, 10 point something. Init B is loaded, flex, no flex today, full toga takeoff. Takeoff speeds are verified, 117, 140. Takeoff speed, okay. Back signs, beacons are on, transponder is set to auto, and all doors are closed. All we need to do is turn on the seatbelt sign. Okay, since APU is on, I can turn the APU bleed on. That'll take out the pack lights. Company message. I think we need to accept the load sheet. There we go. And flight time. Okay. Let's go to ground services page, and once we have the APU disconnected, there we go, APU is disconnected. We can disconnect ground power unit and connect the tug, that we can start pushing back now. Then we'll run through the after start flows. Tug is on. Testing how loud the APU is. I'm gonna start flying on VATSIM tomorrow onwards. Just need a couple of more flights to get a hang of this airplane, and then tomorrow onwards we will be on VATSIM. Okay, tug should be attached now. What I'm gonna do is start moving back. Should have, and start engine 2. Always forget that we need to hit start and not the arrow, because I have this habit of what is that add-on, pushback. Make sure we are not going on the runway. Be careful about that. Okay, I think that should be it. I think we should not push back any further than that. Have to just turn in. Actually, let's go a little bit further so that we can at least get through this truck here. Yeah, I think that should be good enough. Hopefully the tail didn't go back. Anyways, there's no traffic, so whatever, you know. I mean, we could have turned and like faced in that direction, but that's okay. Okay, so first let's set the parking brake, and then the engine 1 available. It is. Sorry, 2. And start engine 1, disconnect the tug, watch it go. Once it goes, once we have everything ready in terms of engine start, we'll go ahead and run the after start checklist. Before that, we need to set up a few things. Graphs clean already. Pilot debrief. Engine 2 is coming up stable. Should get the available light soon. Alright, engine 2 is available as well. We can turn the ignition switch to normal, reset the trims, set this to 0.3 down. Ground spoilers can be armed, flaps can be set, taxi lights can turn on, APU bleed can come off, APU can be turned off. Make sure we verify that the yellow electric pump is off. It is off. And runway turn off lights can come on as well. Okay, let's run through the after start checklist real quick. Ground equipment is removed. Anti-ice, we do not need it. Flaps are set to config 1. APU is off now and will turn off soon. Yellow electric pump is off. Trims are set. Cabin doors we already checked, it is good. ECAM status also checked, all green. All we have is TCAS on standby, so we can change that to TARA. Actually, this is done probably at the runway, once you reach the runway, but I'm not entirely sure if that's how it goes. Okay, I think we can go ahead and start taxiing towards the runway. Let's get out of here. By the way, I may not look at chat a lot. It's a very short flight and I just want to make sure that we do it right this time. Are we clipping the wing on that truck? No, it's far. Yeah, so we need to take that turn, go from here, and then a fair bit of taxi. Let's go quicker. And let's set the auto brakes to max as well. Meanwhile, we are here. Probably gonna reorder the rudders. I had a yoke and a rudder pedal when I used to stream a lot. Well, when I used to make videos a lot more than what I do right now. Then I returned it because I wasn't using it enough. Assuming that the runway is empty, cross it. I'll probably at least order the rudders because this whole twist action really messes with your elevation inputs when you don't have the rudders in your because I can't accurately pitch up and down while I am twisting for getting the right rudder input. It gets weird. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, Orbx Burbank looks amazing. See what it's looking like backside. I should have looked at how to set up the wing views. I still don't know how to set up wing views. Do the takeoff config test meanwhile and get all the errors out. Man, I'm a slow taxi. Almost there, guys. Just take the the last exit with the runway. The only downside of flying here is there's not much going on in terms of weather. It's always quite clean. The second flight of the day in the west, and it's kind of, so it gets boring from that standpoint, but overall the views and all, it's really good. Okay, let's go through the flight controls check here. So ailerons full left, ailerons full right, elevators full up, pitch down, and rudders full left. For light, good. Go through the before takeoff checklist. Flight controls are checked. TCAS is on TARA. Departure debrief, we are already done with that. Flaps config set to 1. There's no blues on the ECAM. Takeoff runway is verified. Strobes are on and packs are on as intended. All we need to do is change this to takeoff, and yeah, I think that's it. Don't want to use those retractable lights with white daylight. Okay, let's do a rolling takeoff out of here. Takes quite a bit to get it going, and then momentum just carries it. Quite a departure we have out of here. very short runway. I'm gonna start from this second arrow itself. Okay, 50 stable. Manual होगा. Get up. Ground spoilers can come out, and lights can turn off as well. Very steep turn coming up. It's asking for throttle climb, so we are good. Let's go out. Look at that. Look at that. Trying to figure out if we need to do an open descent or is it going to... I think we'll be at our cruising altitude by this point, so we are good. Again, just 147 miles flight, not long one at all. It'll be done really quick, and then we'll go from Burbank to somewhere. I haven't decided yet, so I'll decide after we reach. Probably get some inputs from chat as well and ask Rahul if he wants to fly more. Let me check with him actually. I might have said Burbank. We are actually going to San Diego. I'm still in my previous flight, I guess. But yeah, we are actually going to San Diego. So from there we'll see where to go. By the way, we have the Latin VFR San Diego now. So it's going to be a nice arrival into KSAN. I think there's also some VATSIM event going on, if I'm not wrong, around Boston, because I saw Simple Takeoff flying Cleveland to Boston, but I guess now it's done. We could have flown on VATSIM. KSAN. Don't need to fill in the alternate. Why is it not detecting our aircraft live? Where is it? Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, okay. So we are taking a full turn and then coming back towards SAN. That's why. At 10,000, we can turn off the seat belts. We don't need them. We will not have to change our QNH to standard today. We are at 17 throughout, so could have gone higher, right? But see, that's when. Let's see where our descent is. Top of descent. We could easily go higher, but I'll just stick to 17. It's fine. Oh, I also have my joystick connected so we can move around in the cockpit. Smooth. I love having this freedom. Let's actually go in the cabin. See how the sound changes. So good. Look at that. Wow. I still don't know how to set the views, cabin, like the cabin views. This looks so good. Yeah, I would love to set this view as a shortcut or something. Looks great. Definitely a screenshot worthy. Another one. Love those fingerprints and all on the glass, finger marks. Looks so good. Yeah, and actually I'll look it up how to set the wing views on this thing. I want to set this as a wing view. Wow, man, this view. This view. Quite there, I guess, at cruising altitude. This looks so good. Do not get over it. If this was a sunset, imagine. Another view that I would like to set. That exactly that. It has some nice fingerprint marks in between. Has the frame. It looks amazing. Check out the cabin a little bit. Oh man, look at that. Another view to set. I can also do is from San Diego we can set a long flight. That'll probably work or something. That'll be a boring stream if that happens. Is there a break in between here? Let's fix our thing here. Yes, that's our top of descent. Ah, okay. So there's a break in between MZB. I just don't need to go to. It's RNAV Y, right? So I need to go parallel and come in. Okay. For now, I think what I can do is MZB onwards, I can take it off of nav and fly manually up to that point. So I can clear this discontinuity, and that should just join, yep, that should just join MZB to our first waypoint of the RNAV arrival, and then we'll just keep going. Interesting how it has put our top of descent so late, but it makes sense. It's not that it's only 118 miles now. We go back, or should we just stay here? Let's explore the cabin. I love the view where the whole engine covers like the bottom part, and then you have like right above, maybe this one, nah, not this one, yep, or maybe one more, couple of more seats ahead. There we go, this one. See if we can figure out how to set this as a camera. What is this? Ah, it's just FSL. Okay, never mind. Don't want that right now. There's reset position. Caps locks on. For like wing views, I just set them under the cockpit cameras by opening the cockpit door, moving where I want to view, and then hitting Control Alt A. Oh, Control Alt plus a number between 0 and 9 to set the custom view, and then just hit Alt plus the number to go that. Oh, okay. Let's see if something's already set up for us. Okay. Ah, look at that. That was easy. There we go. Our favorite view is already set up. I don't know why I was... That was easy. Edit. Let's see what all views we have. Alt 1, this is our flying view. I love this view as well. Looks really good. Then we have the rear wing view. This one is my favorite. The overhead panel, again my favorite. On the other side, where was I? 5, 6, and then 7 is pedestal view, and then okay, and then 8 is FMC. 9 is co-pilot, and 0 is FMC again. Our favorite views are on 6 and 4. There you go. 6 and 4. That's what we need to switch at. And then you can also move around. Look. And if I want to go back, press this and go back. Nice. Beautiful. I never knew that we already had it set by default. I thought you had to do it on your own. It's already telling us to set destination data, right? Let's go ahead and give it. San Diego, it is 3010, temperatures 15. 3010 and temperature is 15. Winds, there's no real winds. 130 at 5 knots. Okay, 130 at 5 knots. And we are landing what runway? We're landing what? We are landing 27, right? Yeah, 27. Okay. And then arrival performance. Right, runway 27. Apply the meta. Landing weight is going to be around, I think around 135.5. 35.5. And then we just go medium, right? Oh well, low. Nah, we have to go medium. Auto throttle off. We're going to do auto throttle off landing today. Flaps 3. It is still telling us to do medium brakes. Let's just go ahead and do medium then. And we have kind of tailwind, but not much. That's good. By the way, I don't go through these checklists like the after takeoff one because it's very obvious we have already done all of that. And then even approach, like we just roughly check whether all of it is inserted and verified. For example, let's set minima, so let's do that one. Import from SimBrief, KSAN, approach, and here we go to the RNAV GPSY. That's the one we are doing. So our barrow entry will be 680. 680 feet is our minimums. 680, there we go. And it's not asking for our radio altimeter minimums because it's not the ILS approach. So I think it asks for radio minimums only if it's a precision approach. This is not a, it's a non-precision. I think RNAV comes under non-precision approaches. But yeah, this is good. So we'll go to LYNDI, and we have all these altitude restrictions there, and then we'll come down. So 4,000 is where we need to meet. Well, actually 5,000. Let's see if we have LYNDI on the flight plan. Airport. Go up a little bit. Yeah, we are directly hitting BYDDA. So that is directly 4,000. So we'll set our MCP altitude directly to 4,000 here, and then we'll start descending whenever we hit the top of descent, which is this white arrow. This will again be a fun RNAV approach. The Burbank was also RNAV approach, but I didn't do well. Let's see how we do on this one. If I don't do well on this one, I'm going to just switch to PMDG 7. I don't know. I'll fly one more on this and then switch to 737. I'm able to land the 737 very well. For some reason, this one just isn't happening. So that's why I'm going to try auto throttle off this time, so that I can react to my inputs and like counter my stick inputs through the throttle. But I'm still not confident that that'll work, but let's see. Another thing is the guidance. It's always wrong. Whether you look at your LS thing, the strips that show up here, or whether you look at the PAPI lights, they're both this trash in MSFS. So I don't know. But that's no excuse. Everyone's able to land it, so I should. Look at that. Is it the fog layer? it's a visibility layer. Yeah, so after what is this, MZB, after MZB I'll manually fly parallel to our approach path and then join at VYDDA. Looks like Rahul pinged that he just landed. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Here. I don't want to miss my thing, so I'll do this so this stays on my screen and I can still watch. Oh, he was flying at night. By the way, he also has the Boeing TCA yoke now, 1080p. Explain looks amazing at night. Look at those night lights, they extend until the horizon, whereas on MSFS you it's on up to certain point you can see the night light. After that it's all just textures. Let's forward it a bit. I used to love flying the 737, man. It feels so much in control and stable. Why has he not turned on the dome lights? I cannot even see the cockpit. Right on path looks like. I don't know how he judges the altitude with these dome lights off, because I wouldn't know what they're doing here. One of the reasons why I don't fly at night. Oh, see, obviously we missed it. We caught it on time, I think, because the green dot hasn't really gone too far. See, this part here, I've never seen this on MSFS. When I'm landing in the evenings, like I don't see the runway lit through the landing lights. Wait a little bit. (186), beautiful landing. Beautiful landing. Look at his rudder pedals. Amazing landing. Let's hope we are able to do the same. Let's give it some drag, because it's not descending enough. Okay, I'm going to shift to heading mode now. After, well, not yet, but after it hits MZB, that's when I'll shift to heading mode, and then can I give it more drag? Yeah, I can. I'll just do full speed brakes here. The first time I'm using full speed brakes. And it will go to open descent, but that is completely fine. And then we'll just go direct to VYDDA. Okay, it has already hit. Well, it's 1 mile away, but almost there. Let's go to a heading of 090. Okay, so it went to 250 because now it will follow the speed until we actually hit the activate approach phase, because now it doesn't know where to decel, right? If we were on the nav path, it would have known where to decel or activate approach mode, but now it doesn't know. So we'll do it when we reach about let's see, when we reach, let's say, parallel to CIGH high. Probably go E5 095, yeah. The decel becomes white now because we are not following that. Did it, oh, it's still enabled approach mode. Nice. Okay, it somehow knew that, hey, we are passing the decel point on the path that we were supposed to go at. Interesting. Let's get rid of the company message. The brakes are still on. Let's take them out now. Don't need them. We will be at 4000 here, and we'll make a nice turn into the runway. Look at that, looks great, right? Let's go to our favorite views and check it out real quick. Nice. All I'll need to do when we hit this point is go direct to and then VYDDA. So that'll put me on the path direct to that point, which is what we would want, right? And then basically meanwhile what I would also do is reduce the altitude target to 2000 feet, because that's rebo. That's where we'll take over and then go with the minus 3.5 degree glide slope. It's really easy to fly RNAV approaches on this, but hard to land, for me at least for now. You have a nice fog layer. Look at that, looks so good. Looks really good. Yeah, I think a part of my building popping problem was through DX12, but I'm still not 100% sure whether that's really true. But it has, the problem has reduced. Part of it was that. Let's say direct to, we are already at 4000, so now let's go direct to VYDDA. That will turn us into very steep turn. Let's put an overfly point on VYDDA as well, so that it actually flies through it. I should have gone a little more further away from the that is totally fine. Oh, we were on, my bad. The flaps can go to 1. The mistake I made here was I did not go to the planned thing. So now we missed our altitude restriction. I'll just go direct to cocaine. We should be good now. Still, it should be at above, what is it? Above 3600. We're still not good. Let's just directly go to EIGHI. That should put us in a better spot. Now we are above that restriction, basically. Right? On the seatbelt signs on. Landing lights on. Flaps are not set to full yet. Let's set them to 2 now. A little bit of a clumsy approach. Hopefully the landing covers for it. You can't decide whether to turn off the auto throttle or not. I'll just turn it off this time. If it fails, it fails. This will be the first time I'll fly it without auto throttle. Hopefully it will be more of... Look, this is what scares the shit out of me when I'm trying to flare and this thing goes woo. I'm like, wait, why? Can't you just not do that? Look, we have downtown in the view. Downtown should look really good with the Latin VFR add-on. 2000. Yeah, now we are... How many miles do we have? 7 miles. I think we can turn on, put our gears down. Now it will descend to 2000, which is our last point. I still don't have the runway in sight. Our minimums are low, so that's fine. And the gear is down, so we can go flaps 3. We are totally configured for our landing. I can roughly see the runway actually now. At this point, I actually can just turn off my autopilot. Yeah, let's do that. We'll turn off the auto throttle as well. This time I'll have to watch the speed also. So it'll be a little bit of a fight here. Probably just idle it. But I feel a lot more in control. I don't know how the landing will go, but I do feel a lot more in control now.
1000.
Pixel says hello. Hello, man. You're on the approach, so I'm gonna get back to you, okay? Let's idle it again. Good scenic landing. Look at that. Very brave of me to...
500.
And still good. We can
100 above.
keep going on idle itself.
400.
For now. Minimums, we continue.
400.
Still on the
200.
speed. A little bit low.
Sync rate.
But that's better than being high and fast. I already feel
100.
a lot better with whole.
50. 40.
Too low. Terrain.
30. 20. Retard.
no, 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 no. Oh my god. Why does it just keep turning on me? Little hard, yep. Little hard on the landing pixel. Let's see how much we did. Definitely a little hard. But much better than my previous stream. On my previous stream I did about 661. That was really hard. I'm still getting used to this A320. I find it really hard to control it. Bad parking as well. I don't care about that. Why does it keep turning on me? Just holy shit. Okay, thank you. Probably like minus 300, 400 or something like that. Let's see where we touched down, by the way, first of all. Yeah, before the 1000 footer, so that's good. Minus 3, that's what I said, right? Minus 389. So still, you can live out of it. Nothing, you know, nothing extremely bad. But okay, the learning rudder is, Pixel says the rudder is really sensitive. If you overturn, it won't stop it. Oh yeah, it is. It just doesn't stop. Especially if you have full rudder input and you're turning, holy shit, it won't stop. Minus 389, not bad. Let's just review it once more on. Make sure we are learning something from this. Review it once more. What did we do here? This was all good. A little bit low here. I would take that. I think I was low on speed and that is why it just went a little too. Yeah, I was definitely low on speed and I idled a little too soon. Unlike what I usually do, where I idle late. Okay, let's see at this point. Yeah, see? At this point I was dropping on speed quite a bit. And my descent rate was about 300 something. Pixel says I want the Phoenix, no money. Oh yeah, it's expensive. I saw your settings video, but still yours is amazingly sharp. You mean the sim itself? Yeah, I think it's because I'm streaming in 1440p while most people play or stream in 1080p, and maybe that's why you see that the sim is very sharp and clear. Yeah, this is where I made a mistake, where I just went too slow. Shouldn't have done that. Too slow. I could have had some kind of throttle input right here so that the speed stays on the F, and then yeah, because I kept pulling up but I did not give any throttle input. I stayed at idle throughout. This is where it started messing up. Okay, at least I feel a lot better with this airplane without auto throttle. That's good. Let's see if Rahul wants to join. Ankoa VNS says hello. Hello man, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? We just got done with one flight. I wouldn't say decent landing, but much better landing than what we have done before. And we are going to do another one, probably another short one. By the way, I didn't turn on the.
Hey man,
Hey
so
man, what's up?
You're streaming or flying or something?
Yeah,
Hello,
I was
hello.
still streaming.
Hello.
You're
What's
so
up?